Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be answering some of your cues, drawing a little bit, answering a little bit, vibing a lot of it. I went crazy with my makeup. It was very fun. I had a good time. Would you mind sharing your skincare routine? So I use two facial cleansers. One has salicylic acid to clean out my pores, and this one is more gentle, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend it because it has fragrance in it. You gotta use up what you got, you know? So I use the gentle cleanser all the time and then the salicylic acid cleanser once every few days. Then I use this to moisturize. Honestly, don't know if I recommend this either, but I gently pat that into my skin. Always be gentle, your skin is sensitive. And then when I'm not lazy, I'll use eye cream. And then at night, every other day, I put retinol cream on my face. For a great skincare routine, I'd add vitamin C serum and some kind of hyaluronic acid. And honestly, I don't know if any of these products are that great. I haven't had much to compare. And then in the morning, every morning, put sunscreen on. Doesn't matter if you're going outside or not, put sunscreen on. You're welcome. Also, everything I know is by Skincare by Hiram, so if you want to know more, go to him. Also, I'm guessing you're asking what my skincare is based on how my skin looks on camera, and I just want everyone to know that this is what real skin looks like. Skin that's on camera could look perfect. It's not real. You have makeup, you have lighting, makes it look different. This is what my skin really looks like. It's got pores, it's got stuff in the pores, there's hairs, there's freckles, there's acne scars. You know, like, people are human. No one looks airbrushed in real life, trust me. Look at those fine lines. Wow. So just a reminder that what you see on TV and on the internet isn't real and that you are beautiful. Could you see yourself doing something other than art? If so, what would it be? Yes, I could. Honestly, if I wasn't doing something like in any art field, film or drawing, no creative field whatsoever, I would probably be in the tech field somehow. I really think I could teach myself computer programming and be in the tech field one day. I can genuinely see that for myself. I don't know, being creative all the time is really hard, especially when it's your hobby and your job. So the idea of one day perhaps having kind of a boring office job where I don't know, just sounds relaxing. To be honest, I don't know anything. That's just I know I have the capacity to do it because I think anyone has the capacity to do it. It's just sitting down and getting to it. That sounds very lovely to me. Or to be quite honest, if I could do anything, I would do nothing at all. I would just get paid to live and then just spend all my time doing the things that I enjoy. I don't know, whatever it is, I want it to be boring and I want it to take no brain cells to do it. So maybe I shouldn't be a computer programmer. Why is art important to you? That's a loaded question. Art is important to me because, I don't know, it's just an outlet, you know? Everyone says life is really hard and being creative and artistic got me through it, you know? Art saved me. But genuinely, that's everyone's answer. Every creative went through trauma, you know? We're all going through it. Art is important to me because life without art is meaningless. Could you imagine just working all day, not having music or movies or TV shows or art to look at in your home or anything? Different hairstyles, different makeup, different pieces of jewelry. You wouldn't have anything. The world would be so bland and dull and boring and grim and gross. And I would not like it. I would not like the world without art. Nature in itself is kind of artistic and beautiful. Yeah, I'm done with this question. I've gone on long enough. Do you have a go-to movie or TV show that cheers you up? Any sane person would. If I am in a bad mood, I like to really dwell in it and marvel in it and make myself feel worse. So I go for the sad Naruto moments or the really emotional parts that are really, really happy, but they're so emotional and they have so much trauma backing that emotional moment that I'm in tears sobbing. I'm really hurting my own feelings right now. I'm not doing this bit anymore. Suck it back in. Feels good. I like crying. Not right now though. because I like my makeup more in this moment. I don't know, I don't have like any comfort shows or anything. Like if I'm sad, I think I just like let myself be sad. And honestly, if I'm sad and I'm not crying, I will do anything it takes to make myself cry. I don't know, I let it out. I don't really have any comfort TV shows or films. That's so sad. Yeah, I'm just gonna go reevaluate my whole life. How are you today? I hope that things in the US won't escalate. Please stay safe. Thanks for asking, I'm not well. Thankfully, Biden just won. But Biden winning still does not ensure the safety of people of color in this country or LGBTQ plus people in this country. So yeah, yeah. I'm okay, I'm breathing. How is jewelry making going for you? It's not really going anywhere. I haven't really been inspired to make anything lately. I do wear the jewelry that I made like all the time. Like I don't regret it at all. I genuinely love all the pieces I made so much and I wear them like all the time. But I haven't made anything new. I haven't been inspired by anything. I just need that kiss of inspiration. Maybe I just have depression. Who knows? Just kidding. I know. I have depression. That has nothing to do with this question. All right, next question. How do you get ideas to draw? I don't know. I have no idea. No thoughts. Small brain. Very small brain. Maybe Pinterest? Okay, my brain was totally blocked when I answered this. I think the answer is anime, movies, social movements, and other artists that I follow on Instagram. And yeah, definitely Pinterest. For this week's drawing, I wanted to do it digitally because I was feeling a little sad about how I didn't like how any of my traditional work was turning out, so I figured I'd give myself the crutch of digital work. Even though it is difficult in its own way, it is easy to move your mistakes around if you do make a mistake. Now, I don't normally show myself sketching, whether it's digital or traditional, but this time I wanted to show it just to show you my mistakes and where I would change things and how I did it. I don't know. Maybe showing more of the process might be helpful to someone. I don't know. But yeah, for this drawing, I'm kind of staying in my comfort zone, which is actually crazy when you think about it, because 2 years ago, my comfort zone was probably drawing like a phone, some nature, flowers, but now my comfort zone is drawing a face, drawing a portrait. Like, I enjoy doing it. I don't need a reference. I have fun while doing it. Like, are you kidding me? That's character development, folks. Also, the fact that I'm comfortably drawing digitally. Wow, amazing. Okay, here I'm flipping my canvas to make sure everything's on the right track, which I used to think was bullshit, because, you know, like, you can't flip the canvas in real life. Like, what, you flip your camera and suddenly you want plastic surgery? Nah. Let the people be imperfect. But I see now as to why it's important, because I'll flip my canvas and, you know, she looking a little strange, a little oblong. But you know what? Maybe that's why I was against flipping the canvas in the first place, because I also look strange and a little oblong. Honestly, I don't even know if I'm saying or using that word correctly. Oblong? Oblong? I don't know. English is my first and only language. Americans are truly suffering. But yeah, I'm more comfortable drawing digitally now, which is really cool, because I remember being very intimidated by it when I got my iPad. I used to draw all the time digitally with like a tablet that you would attach to your computer, but when I got my iPad, it was so expensive and it wasn't working out perfectly without some practice. It just stressed me out. But after having some time with it, getting used to it, you know, like, we got to know each other. I love it. I use it all the time now. I honestly, for a moment, forgot about traditional work. I'm very proud of my progress. That's what we need to remember. It's progress. You're never gonna be good right from the beginning. You have to practice to get better, and then one day you will be good at it, and that's how life works. Unless you're like a child genius or something. But you know, not everyone is a child genius. The geniuses that are adults spent a long time being good at being a genius, probably. What I'm trying to say is, if you get discouraged, me too, you know? All of your faves get discouraged. No one is perfect. We all learn lessons and then forget those lessons and then have to learn those lessons again. And that's actually something that I'm going through, you know? I didn't draw for a month. I started drawing again. I wasn't as good as I was because I went from drawing all the time to not drawing at all, you know? And that's how everything in life is, you know? You get super muscular, you've been hitting the gym, and then you have a month of not going to the gym, and maybe your endurance isn't as good, or maybe you're not lifting as heavy, but you will get back to that. We gotta relax with ourselves sometimes, you know? Be forgiving. But also look at this cool trick. Look at this cool trick. What? I'm never thinking of a color scheme again when that exists. But yeah, you know, life is give and take, and not everything is going to be perfect all the time. You know, I lost weight, and then I went on a trip and I gained 5 pounds. But you know what? I lost that 5 pounds again, and I might gain it back again, because that's what life is. You know, you're not a number. You're not like how you're performing at your job. You're not how well you're drawing. You are you. You are a person. And I think you should be nicer to yourself. And this entire monologue of preachy bullshit that I have been spewing for the past few minutes is totally just projection and just what I need to hear in my life. So, yeah. The deal is, I'll be nicer to myself if you're nicer to yourself. Boom. So I experimented a little bit with this one. I've been drawing more in like an anime style lately, but this one I wanted to try and shade more realistically. It doesn't necessarily work out, but you know, I tried something new. And like I say all the time, I tried something new, therefore I am proud of myself. I'm not the biggest fan of realism, but I do see how adding bits and pieces of realism and bits and pieces of like different styles to kind of combo them into a new thing that is potentially your own. This is definitely not some revolutionary style or anything, but I am experimenting within my own little world, so it's new to me. And I like it. I like how it turned out. This is honestly just like a redemption piece for me. I was feeling really bad about myself, so the fact that this one is going so well, I'm very thankful for, because I was about to quit my art career, like for real. The sexual tension between me and moving to the middle of nowhere in Colorado, so high, so tense. Honestly, the idea of having like a house with land and just you spend all your time making stuff, maybe even have like a wood shop built up in there, having a studio space where you don't care if it gets messy. Is that my dream? But also I would love to live like in a city where you're in walking distance of everywhere and there's like transportation infrastructure built in so you never have to drive again. I don't know who I am. I literally just am having like an identity crisis because I don't know what I want in my life. Like part of me knows that I can't afford a house or to afford in a big city where I could walk everywhere like that. But part of me also knows, fuck it, just do it even if you can't necessarily afford it because it might work out. I don't know, life is scary when you don't have anything to fall back on. Like if you have a rich family who like has a house and you could easily fall back on that and you always have that security blanket, dog, you gotta appreciate that. You gotta appreciate that so hard. That security blanket, ooh. Oh my god, how I wish I had that. But yeah, the next move I make hopefully will be a little risky, a little fun, a little change, you know? I'm hopefully going to move across the country. That's kind of spooky. That's kind of scary. I don't know. I'll keep you updated. I'm gonna try to be less political in my videos just because I feel like it is making me sad. And it's something I deal with in my personal life, but this is something that I want to enjoy, so I'm gonna try to have less breakdowns in videos. But I do want to take a moment for my American viewers to say this is not a moment to feel at ease. It is nice to be able to celebrate a Democratic win, but the reality is that people of color and LGBTQIA plus people are still being targeted and still are not safe here, you know? Almost 50% of Americans voted for Trump. You know, that's very disturbing. That's a lot of Nazis. So just a little quick reminder that there's a lot of work to be done, because Trump isn't just a president, he is a mindset, he is Nazi liberation, and that is what we have to work against. Anyways, we are accessorizing our girl now, so we're giving her piercings, we're giving her facial tattoos, we're giving her all the things I wish I had the balls to give myself. I seriously want the nose change so badly. I swear to God, if COVID didn't exist, I'd have this already. And you know, I've been looking at those lip piercings. They've been catching my eye. They've been catching my eye. I want one. I'm scared of the scarring if I ever decide against it, but I want one so badly. Same goes for face tattoos. I think they look so sickening, but I'm so scared to do that for myself. Also, do you guys like the way I highlighted this? Let me know, because I did something different and I kind of live for it in every sense of the matter, but I need validation on whether I should ever do it again. And you know, I could say that about lots of parts of my life, and I need to evaluate myself about that. But you know, this is not the time or place. Just tell me if you like the highlight. I've been talking through my nose like this entire video. My voice is so nasally. Why do I sound like that? Should I change it up and talk like this? Completely from the back of my throat. Let me know if you like this way of speaking, and I'll change that too. Let's honestly just deconstruct who I am as a person, and you guys can vote on who you want me to be, and I'll be that person, because I also don't know who I am anymore, and I'm tired of trying to figure out on my own. I'm tired of it. I don't want to do it anymore. It's too much work. I don't like thinking. It's too much energy. Y'all see that thing that was like, I'm done with self-improvement. I've moved on to self-destruction. And you know, if anything could explain the past few months for me, that would be it. And I'm just like struggling with the concept of being an adult, like for real. So you're telling me like I have to work and grocery shop and cook all the time. Like that's what I have to do for the rest of my life. I'm just doing that. And like if I eventually wanted to get a house, I have to get a mortgage and I have to get like pre-approved and have good finances and have thousands of dollars saved up. I have to like be a person and do those things. What? I don't understand. I'm like really struggling with the fact that I'm a person now and not a child, but I feel like a child, but also I don't feel like a child, but also I feel like a child. Like children look like children to me, but I also feel like children. Like why don't adult playgrounds exist, you know? Just like jungle gyms and shit like that, but bigger for adults. Why don't those exist? Why do I have to pay $100 to go to like a ninja gymnasium, whatever? I want to play. I want to be a child. And why don't more adults partake in stuff like that? Why aren't adults coming together to play tag or hide and go seek? Like why can't we do that shit anymore? Like I miss it. I just want to play. Anyways, any adults out there got any advice for me? That'd be great, because I'm 23 and I hate it here. So this drawing, oh yeah, let's get back to my drawing. Let's end the existential dread and let's move on to art. Is this a coping mechanism? So yeah, adding more details, giving the flavor, some tattoos, which I'm fully addicted to tattoos again. If I had infinite money, I would be covered in them. And then just, you know, adding little touches here and there. Add a little bit of political angst. You know, it's who I am now. Also, here's my boyfriend walking into my room loudly but still scaring me. I had headphones in, okay? I was vulnerable to attacks. So here's the finished product. I hope you like it. I'm very happy with it. Yeah, so hopefully this is the piece that gets me out of my art funk. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!